Completely thought that was on this. I'm just so excited about this item. I want you to know about it. But VegPod is coming up, so we're going to be talking about that soon. But first, this one. This is on a clearance price of $269.99. It should be closer to $400. $394 is the everyday QVC price, and so our savings today, we're talking about $124 in savings. These are the two patterns that I was talking about. This one here, this is going to be more of like that brick pattern to it, and then over the side, more of that woodland feel. Kind of looks like a tree trunk as we're looking at this one. But this is called a smokeless fire pit, which means the worst part to me about a campfire, is the smoke. And so I'm always bothered. I always feel like it's targeting me and coming right in front of me, and then all of a sudden you start coughing and whatnot. You don't have to worry about that here because of the design. You can certainly find smokeless fire pits that are out there. I've not seen them with designs like this before, but I've also seen them with much higher price tags. So do take advantage of the clearance price while we have it. Another good friend of mine, Nick Antolnik, is here. Nick and I have been buddies forever, and he is outside using his smokeless fire pit. Nick, I want to just come over and hang out.
I'm not far away. I'm about a mile away.
I know exactly where you live. Yeah, I'm not. I know where I'm coming after.
Listen, you hit the nail on the head, though. Every time you walk away from a fire pit, you say, we should do that more often. It brings people together. You get to enjoy the space, but you walk away smelling like that campfire. And about 3 years ago, this innovative technology about a smokeless fire pit came up. And what that means is that there's pockets of airflow that's going to help to recirculate that. So it's going to maximize the flame efficiency, but it's going to minimize the smoke. And that's exactly what you have right here. So this fire pit does all of those same great technologies as most other smokeless fire pits, but the design is the big part, Justin, because this TerraFab material down on the front there, not only does that look great, but it's actually going to do a couple things. It's professional grade construction material. So this is the stack stone, the same stuff that you see on the side of the house, but that's going to actually decrease the temperature on that. So if you've seen the other fire pits with kind of the stainless steel at the top throughout the entire thing, if I put my hand on that, I would lose my fingerprints there. But this is going to be safer for kids, pets, brushing up against it. Still going to get warm, but not going to be incredibly hot.
Okay, well, that's great to know because I have seen those all metal ones before.
Yes.
And certainly I think of my fridge that I've got to wipe down all the time of like, that's what I would be getting the same experience there. Can you talk to us about that design though? Because I'm going to try and lift this up a little bit so we can see on the inside. It is a little bit different. You can see all the holes that are there. Is this design truly, so like there's no smoke coming out of this?
That's the thing. So you want everything to stay below that top ledge, but those holes that you have are actually going to circulate the air. So think about almost like a insulated coffee mug, right? Where there's air in between the two walls.
Yes.
Well, this air is going to rotate back down through. So it's pulling the heat, pulling any of that smoke back down through. That increased airflow, again, is going to maximize the burn, maximize how easy and efficient it is to use, but it's going to minimize that smoke. What I love about this one is because of that professional grade construction material, it's not an eyesore like those stainless steel ones, but it's lightweight. You can move it to place. Justin, I'm sitting in my front yard, in my driveway here, because this is where the kids have been playing all winter long. I can get a fire going quickly and easily, whether I'm using wood or whether I'm using pellets. And when friends and family come over, they don't leave smelling like that campfire.
Oh, well, that's the best part because you know when you make a campfire otherwise without something like this, you specifically choose, all right, what clothes am I going to go in that are easy to wash because I'm going to have to wash off the smell of the smoke. This is going to help to eliminate that. This is going to help to eliminate the smoke that goes into your eyes. And look at how easy it is to be able to move. So I've got a couple questions after seeing this video.
Yep.
Number one, do we need pellets to get this started or can we just start this off with small little pieces of timber?
You don't. I did timber for this one here. I do cut the logs down to about half size. When you put them in, you want to make sure that they sit down below that ledge to really get the true smokeless. So I take my standard logs, I cut them in half, but any of the small kindling works. But like you saw in the video, those pellets are a great solution as well. Quickly and easily. I got this fire going about 25 minutes ago. I took a temperature gun. The front TerraFab here is about 100 degrees, so it's really not going to be something that I would burn myself with. But I can tell you, this has been an incredibly relaxing time sitting back, watching you and being warm out here while it's cold and there's snow on the ground.
Well, it's producing heat, like you said. Now, what we have included with this, you're going to obviously get the fire pit, but we get this for the base of it, correct? Is this what
That's
we
right.
put down first and we then put the fire pit over top?
Incredibly important. Yeah, so that's going to help you. It reflects the heat away. So if you're thinking
Got
about
it.
your deck, whether it's true wood, whether it's a composite deck, or any surface, you wouldn't necessarily need it on a concrete. I use it here just because I'm always using it. And then, like, to your point, you also get that cover. I just peeled mine off. It was covered in snow, and it preserves everything weatherproof, really nice.
That cover fits nice and snug right over top so that you can preserve it when you're not using it, which is great. You see there's a handle up top, so it's easy to even lift up as well. You mentioned about like deck. Can we put this on a deck? That's okay?
Absolutely. So the shiny side of that mat that you have there, that's going to face up, and it's going to preserve, protect the heat, as well as any small embers that pop out. But use that on the base. You're getting all of those components, incredibly easy to put together. But the best part is it's incredibly easy to use. And again, when you think about those experiences that you've had on a fire pit, you'd love that experience, but typically it's too much work. This makes that easy. And what a perfect time of year as we're starting, hopefully soon, to get back outside a little bit more. This is going to be a great solution, as opposed to if you want construction grade material like this and you build something, well, it's permanent, but it's going to cost thousands of dollars. The portability about this to move from your front yard to your backyard, if you have a small space, just make it something that you're really going to enjoy.
I mean, it's got some weight to it. There's no doubt. It is a little bit heavy to be able to move. Some people may want to have two people to help to move it, but I mean, I could move this on my own. It is easy and portable to take anywhere. You've got two different options. This one here is going to be the stacked stone. Then we have the wood grain that is also available. You're saving $124 today and putting out an easy payment of $54. I have a fire pit on my back deck. It is a gas one. I do love a wood burning one though, and I'm looking at this thinking, the fact that the smoke is gone and I can still use wood, that is a really, really big reason for me to bring it home. So is that clearance price as well. All right, Nick, well, enjoy the fire. Thanks for hanging out with us here for a little bit.
I'm going to sit back and keep watching the show.
Okay, well, you know what? I encourage everyone at home to do the same. Maybe you're not outside like Nick is, but we're going to be right back after this break. We've got another big hour of gardening coming up. I'll see you in just a second.